Hey everyone, what you're seeing right now is the Telegram new group. As you know, we do have a Telegram channel for Law School 101, but we created a new group which is called CLAT 2019 Discussion Forum Law School 101. Okay, so I know that the Telegram channel that we had earlier, it was only one-sided. Basically, it was giving only notification updates from us and you could not really interact with us so far. So because many students found that problematic, we created this group so that if not from the mentors, at least you would be able to talk among yourselves, right? So as you can see, this link to this particular group has been sent on the original Telegram channel for Law School 101. You can just join that Telegram channel. It's t.me/Law School 101. That's Telegram. That's t.me/Law School 101. If you enter that channel, you will find the link to join this particular group. In any case, I'll just add the group group link in the description of this video. So let us just look at all the questions that have come and I will try to answer the questions through this video right now. Okay, so some of the questions include, the first one is about M. Lakshmikant for polity. Yes, it's a very good book for polity, but as you know, it is for UPSC aspirants. So if you are a UPSC aspirant and you are studying for something like polity that requires you to write elaborate essays on polity, Indian administration, Constitution of India, etc., that's a very good platform. That's a very good book to start off with. But it's a very vast book, so I'm not sure if you should be spending so much time as a CLAT aspirant is what I would feel. However, because you're still in August and if you're a dropper especially, it will help exceptionally once you come to law school also. So consider studying from that book. Okay, so Vaishnavi is asking, most of the time I devote in preparing for GK, but other subjects get neglected because of that. Well, that is true, Vaishnavi, because of course GK is a vast ocean. There is no beginning or an end. So what I would suggest is you time yourself when you're studying for GK. Let's say like 2 hours you devote for GK every day, out of which one is for current affairs and one is for static. The rest of the time, maybe 3 to 4 hours extra, you should be studying other sources. So that's what I would say as a teacher. So please don't neglect other subjects, because GK at the end of the day is only one section. You have 150 marks from other sections also, right? So make sure that you don't neglect them. Next, what about reading comprehension? That's a good question. Reading comprehension, the point here is that you need to increase your reading speed. That is number one, and that does not happen overnight, and that does not happen through shortcut tricks and tips also. It only happens over hundreds of pages of reading and enjoying what you're reading, right? It's not something for some foreign language that you're reading. It is English that is going to be the bread and butter for you and me as we progress in our careers. So with respect to reading comprehension, the only way of going about it is reading as many books as possible. So when I say books, I'm not talking about textbooks. Try to read books like novels, fiction novels, or like non-fiction books also. That is just how I developed my language, because I went to a school personally where English was not spoken. People only spoke in vernacular languages, and the only reason that I know whatever bit of English that I know right now is because I read books. Okay, so please inculcate a reading speed, and also it also helps you to develop your grammar and spelling and vocabularies, right? All of that happens when you read books. So with respect to reading comprehension, and because we're still in August right now, almost in September, I know that, but still we still have more than 6 months left for CLAT. I really think that you should also complement your preparation with books like novels and non-fiction books. Okay, so Atharva is saying, I am a student at IMS. I've received my study material. Should I go through it completely or should I devote more time to take mocks? The answer to that is that it's not this or that, because mocks are also very much educational in addition to being evaluative. So you have to give mocks while you finish your study material. It's not that you will ever be able to finish your study material at one go anyway. So you have to finish it multiple times, right? Your study material, your textbooks, maybe you're taking correspondence courses from other courses, maybe your friends are giving you other books from other coaching centers, then other mock packages. You have to study from your textbooks and give mocks at the same time. So you have to divide your time between both of them. And you have to analyze them also, of course. You have to, I mean, half the education in giving mocks is to analyze where you have gone wrong after the mock is over. So keep that in mind, okay? Okay, so Vaishnavi says, thank you so much for providing such a platform so that we could ask our queries. You're very much welcome, but as you know, I can't answer all the questions by typing. That is the reason why I'm recording this video, so that whenever possible, I'll be able to record these videos and give you the answers, okay? Now, I can't promise you that I can make a lot of these videos, because as you know, I'm also creating a ton of courses on Unacademy. So I will do this as much as possible, and I'll also hold as many live sessions as possible. Okay, so what should be an ideal time that I should give to each subject from now on daily? I don't think there is a one answer to that. It really depends on your strengths and weaknesses. For instance, I felt very confident about logical reasoning, so I spent not more than 1 hour on logical reasoning per day, because I was very confident about it and I wanted to increase my speed and accuracy in the shortest amount of time. So that's the reason why I gave it 1 hour per day, and accordingly, that's the strategy that you should be adopting. Think about what you're good at, think about how much time you need. That is the best judge of that would be you. Okay, I think that is pretty much it for today. I'll just answer maybe a couple of more questions and finalize this. I will also be creating more videos whenever I can from questions on this particular group. So if you have any questions, please come to this group and post them. I will try to answer as many as possible, okay? Okay, so how about if someone is using Norman Lewis Norman Lewis only for English? Well, that's a problem, because Norman Lewis is primarily a vocabulary book, right? Of course, it does have these brief intermission sessions, but at the end of the day, Norman Lewis is only for vocabulary building. So if you consider yourself an advanced learner of the English language, maybe Norman Lewis would be good enough, but even then I would still say that you should be using other sources also, such as Wren and Martin, and make sure that your ability, all of your English abilities are up to date. And a very good source for that would be GMAT and GRE. Reading comprehension is there, grammar questions are there, and also sentence corrections are there. So all of that will be there in GMAT and GRE. If you do not, if you think GMAT and GRE are really difficult, please try SAT. SAT is a Scholastic Aptitude Test. That is the USA version of their entrance exam, sort of, after the 12th standard is over. So a lot of SAT material is available for free online. You can just refer to them for English. Next, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. Okay, coming to this final question about Universal book is best for legal GK. Certainly Universal has a very good foundation for legal GK, yes, but please be wary of Universal, because of course it's not that comprehensive, but also the answers to many of the questions in Universal are wrong, as someone has rightly pointed out right here. So please be careful about choosing Universal. Please complement Universal with something else. Use other static GK books also for your legal GK preparation, because there's constitution, there's law related chapters in static GK books as well. In addition to all of that, I think legal GK really tests you on maxims and legal terms mostly. In addition to that, maybe legal current affairs. Legal current affairs, of course, you have to read through newspaper, but legal terms and maxims, I have a very elaborate free course in order to ace any kind of legal maxims they throw at you on CLAT, on Unacademy. It's called Daily Legal Maxims for CLAT. Already many students are studying there. It is like a 15-day course. We will do it. We will take the etymological approach for that particular course completely, just like Norman Lewis. You will ace any kind of legal maxims that they will throw at you. Trust me. Please go and enroll in that course. Okay, so see you soon.